start off with, I have sculpted for 30 years. My largest sculpture is 3 stories tall. I do big stuff. But foil is my favorite material. Why? Because it's cheap, it's fast, and I can usually romp up something recognizable in seconds. Now, if I want to go any larger, I've got to use another piece. Now, foil has 2 sides. It's got a dull side and it's got a shiny side. You have to put dull side out. The reason is your eyes cannot perceive a sparkling 3-dimensional surface. You'll have no depth perception. Next, put a lot of air in this. Keep it lightweight, keep it very fluffy. It acts like clay. Do not crush this to a rock. That is bad. You have to start over again. Next, foil is always done with several pieces. You can't just make it with one piece of foil. So you hot glue it on, and that fast, it glues together. Which means, as fast as you can make different components, you can bring them together and your sculpture's bigger. Now that's a rough looking bird, that's a simple spoon. Use that inside edge, burnish it. And when you burnish it, that rough looking bird looks better. Use that side of the spoon and you can draw lines in it. And that's how those are done. Okay, now kids are good with this. Halloween, Christmas decorations, if you just give them the foil, they'll actually know what to do with it. But that's not what I do. This is foil dragon, right? Okay, this is the professional stuff. This sculpture is made of a cement-based clay, which means this sculpture can go outside anywhere in the world. This is not for movies. This is for theme parks. Think Orlando, Florida. Think hurricanes. Think Siberia. We have to guarantee our work wherever it lands. Now, the clay that's coating that, it's a cement-based clay. It's got cement clay in it. It also has fibers. Now, these fibers are not glass. I do not work with fiberglass. You should never work with fiberglass. These are rubber fibers. How does it work? Pour water into it, mix it up into a cookie dough, grab a tin foil sculpture, and frost it like you're frosting a cake. Frost about that thick. Now, only coat what you think you can do in 2 hours. Even if it's just a little tiny area, totally fine. And then sculpt that area to a finish. Make it look good. Right? That's going to harden. Coat the whole sculpture. And then you can ship that to an international client in 2 weeks. Why do I sculpt this way? Because I am not doing fiberglass in my apartment. I cannot have a kiln in my living room. I can't do mold, but I made this on my kitchen table. This is based on this. And you have access to this material. And that is honestly why we built this room. In the far corner, there's a bright orange hot glue gun. On the table behind you are piles of foil. While you're in here, give this a shot. Because this is a legitimate sculpting material. It's not just a kitchen thing. It's a metal version of clay. We use it. It works. I'll finish with 2 things. One, my largest tinfoil sculpture. There's a photograph of it on the wall behind you. Next to the tree man. I'll see you next to the tree man. 10 feet tall. 2, if you'd like to know more about how this is done and how this was built professionally, there are tutorials online. There's a poster on the back wall. I'll tell you. You can just photograph that poster, and the QR code will take you to tutorials. But this is legitimate. What do I do? I hope you give it a shot. Now, before you give it a shot, you do have to experience the green screen. And this man's going to show you the awesomeness of green screen.
Thank you so much, Kim. Let's give a round of applause for Kim, please. Thank you.